Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Kindness Games Continued. My 30 days is up, and I think we'll start something a little bit different. You guys know me. I'm Tim. This is my partner.
Hi, I'm Kehkashan.
And, if you've been following the Kindness Games, then you kind of know some of the backstory. If you're not, you're wrong. You need to be following the Kindness Games. In fact, in the comments, I'm going to post my day 30 digest so that you can see my day 30. Amazing, by the way. And then in the comments, you'll get links to all the subsequent 29. But anyways, I was challenged to continue, and I was going to say no, but I kind of created the kindness games, and so it kind of seemed like I don't know, didn't seem right. So we're going
Step
to
up to the
continue.
challenge, Tim.
Exactly, exactly. But we're going to continue something a little bit different. We're going to bring something to you called the real kindness games. Hashtag the real kindness games. And this is based on an amazing interaction that we have had. So one day I saw Lee Otten posting again something really kind about somebody, and I replied in the comments, "Dude, why don't we just do this every day?" And he said, "Okay, let's do it." I was like, "Great, we'll call it the kindness games." And then I wrote a post like, "Tomorrow we're starting the kindness games." And then I wrote something catchy that I probably changed later because I really didn't think it through. And then the next morning I woke up and Lee had posted, he's like, "I went up to dude, we're doing videos." And I was like, "Oh, videos. I don't like doing videos. That sucks." So had a little bit of anxiety, and we had not, Kickshawn and I had not seen each other in like probably 6 or 7 months since COVID started. We had a sync, a little 30-minute catch up on the calendar. And I was super stoked about this, but at the same time, trying to figure out what I'm going to do about this kindness games. And so we jumped on the call, and I was like, "Hey, good to see you." And how did the conversation start off?
I was actually really frustrated that day. 2020's been an interesting year, right? I think for all of us, and there's been a lot going on, and I think I had like a word vomit, and I just went, Tim, everything is wrong, and blah. And you actually ended up taking a step back and sharing something with me, and I would love for you to share that with our viewers because I think it's so important.
Yeah, and it's always good to have friends that you can just drop your burden on, right? And like that's the type of friendship we've had for like 3 years. And as you started saying, like, "Can you believe what's going on in the world right now? Can you believe this? Can you believe that people think this?" And I was actually sitting there thinking, like, she doesn't know. Like, she doesn't know I'm a conservative. And so I thought, I'm like, I don't know. We have a really good relationship. Like, now is not really a safe time for anybody, but can I have this conversation? Because this is what the kindness game should be about, is having conversations and spreading kindness. So I said, "Hey, can I tell you a story?" She said, "Sure." And so I said, "Look, my wife and I were hanging out one day, and we're hanging out with the two foster kids we were taking care of, enjoying the sun. And this couple came up to us that we've known for like 6 months. We've seen off and on. We're not super good friends, but we're both in like the no family club. Like we're all in the Bay Area with no family, so we will do New Year's and different things together." And they sat down. We were just having a really good conversation, and they were asking about our kids, and we were telling them all about it. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing because you do foster care," and like that was really nice. But it was just a really pleasant time, and we started talking about all sorts of different things. And then another friend came up, and she was like, "Hey, how's it going?" So she sat down, and um, she says, "Hey, Tim, I know you're following the news. What do you think about whatever the story was?" And we're all like, "No, no, 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 no. Like, let's have a nice time. Like, let's not talk about that." And then she says, "But Tim has such interesting perspectives on what's happening in the news. He has really different opinions." And they were like, "Really? What type of opinions could you have?" I probably should have left it alone, but I kind of took the bait, and I said, "I just came back from a trip overseas, and I was talking with all sorts of different people, and here's the types of things that I was hearing from people that live here." And so I'm not saying what's on the news right now is fake news, but I'm just saying that's not what I heard. And they said, "Oh my gosh, are you a Republican?" And they said, "I had no idea that you were racist." And I was like, "What? Like, where did this come from?" Literally, the two children that we had at the moment, um, not not our nationality, not our race. And actually, I don't know that we've ever had children that we've taken care of that look like us. And they said, "Well, Tim, like, you know, we're a married gay couple. Like, you're a real threat to us." And I said, "Really? Like, have you gotten the impression over the last 6 months that I'm a threat?" And so we had this conversation that was not as civil as I would have liked, but it was just them talking about what their perspective on people who may be conservative were, and me saying, "But I don't think I've given you that impression." And so after I shared that, I said, "Hey, like, first of all, does that surprise you? And second of all, like, are we still friends?"
Honestly, I was definitely slightly shocked because I thought you were a snowflake just like me. We
I
are in
got
the Bay
used to it.
Area. But no, I think that it's really all about personal intent, right? We as human beings have a right to our opinions and we have a right to our choices. And that does not change how I felt about you as a person. You're an incredibly kind person. You do work within the domestic violence community and you foster kids and you've been so kind to me. You've been such a great mentor and a friend. Like, how could a single piece of information about you change my perspective on who you were? And that's where we started having this conversation about, having respectful, kind conversations in the middle, right? Like, we as a country are so divided right now because everyone just thinks that, oh, my opinion is right. My perspective is the one that's right and you are wrong. And I think it's the conversation that we're supposed to have is, well, what exactly it is that we're talking about. Let's have a diversity of opinions in the room on the table so that we can be respectful and kind towards each other. So, Tim, please tell us about what we're launching today.
Well, so that 30-minute sync turned into a 90-minute conversation about why we've been friends all these years. And we came to a single premise. Do you want to say what we came to, what we agreed upon?
So, the real kindness games is exactly what we're going to be doing in reality. We're going to be filling the leadership vacuum. We're going to bring all of the leaders who have been pushed into a corner of their own politics to get them out of the box. We're not in a box. Tim and I refuse to be in our own respective boxes of conservatives or liberals. We are going to come to the middle and we're going to bring people with us. We're
You
going to
know, oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, Tim.
It used to be not too long ago that you could believe what you wanted to believe and I could believe what I wanted to believe, and we were still okay. And how do we get back there? We get back there by leading with kindness, focusing on being a good neighbor to one another. And in all honesty, like, don't be a dick. I'm just saying, I'm
Oh
throwing it
my
out there.
God.
And the thing it comes down to this. If we really believe in diversity, and I do, and we really believe in inclusion, and I do, then that has to mean a safe place for all of us to have dialogue, respectful dialogue. And we want to recreate what community should look like, a community where anybody can show up with a table in the center and sit down to dinner and have a great conversation because everybody's welcome, because we're going to lead with curiosity. How do we approach differences of opinion with curiosity and an appetite to learn and create empathy for another human experience?
I think, Tim, this is going to be a fantastic conversation for all of us to have because as children, we are taught to be curious and to have an open mind and to be kind to each other and just be respectful. So, to create a table to bring others who are not like-minded, right? We are like-minded in the sense that we want to build kindness and we want to build a respectful community, but we come with differences of opinion, and that is what we're going to celebrate. So
Right.
I'm excited about the Real Kindness Games, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun because this is what we should be doing. How can we model healthy community relationships? And you know what? We're going to step out into the danger zone. We're going to lead through this time because somebody has to. And we refuse to be labeled. And
Agreed.
we want everybody to be included and understand how to foster these kind of activities on their day-to-day basis. So every week or two, a 5-minute video on how you can put the kindness games in practice in your reality, the Real Kindness Games.